Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game. Live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world number 1 Team Homan takes on world number 1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
I have an idea. Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Good evening and welcome to the Swift Current Curling Club in Swift Current, Saskatchewan for the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. We have this matchup here between Josh Bryden and Rylan Kleiter. Both of these teams out of Saskatchewan. Bryden coming out of Regina and Kleiter from Saskatoon. Thank you for joining us here on SSN and Curling Stadium. I'm Dave Schmel and I'm joined by the Sultan of Stones, Terry Corbin. Good evening, Terry.
Good evening, Dave.
So we're here in the first end, action underway. The teams got done their pregame stuff a little bit quicker than usual and decide to not waste any time and get right on out in the ice. And looks like we are right on our way to a blank end.
Yeah, that third rocks now. This is Rylan. This is Josh Bryden's third.
Carter Williamson, because Adam is out.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say this is the first of the Vice Rocks, but we've got a three-man team, so we've got Carter throwing 3 rocks.
And that will hit and stay, and Boone goes right down for the takeout. And you see there it is, Rylan Kleiter with the hammer, the last turn advantage here in the first end. His draw the button came just to the back forefoot.
Yeah, this is a clash of, a team that was put together 2 years ago and another really young team in Josh Bryden. They've just attended the last year they were at the World University Games. So really good, solid young team here.
Absolutely. They put up a very good 4th place finish in that event. And Team Kleiter, as you mentioned, they were just put together a couple of years ago. And Terry, we've really enjoyed watching them develop over this season.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say their season's over because it's not, but it really was capped by an opportunity to play in the ultimate event that most competitive teams aim for, and that's the Montana's Brier.
And they certainly showed that they had their place there.
Oh, most definitely. I've always been amazed at Ryan's draw control. I still remember that Tier 1 spiel that they won to get into a Grand Slam. I mean, he had like a wink of the button and boom, went out wide and made it. Like unbelievable out-turn draw.
Absolutely. At least in my opinion, it's this team and Sam Moybrook's team that are probably the 2 rising stars of the year, in my opinion.
I think so. I would agree. Now we got another, like I say, another young team knocking at the door, trying to get in. It was always, Laycock out of Saskatchewan, and then McEwen went there the last 2 years to play out of Saskatchewan. And I won't be surprised at all if you see this rink knocking on the door next year.
Well, this one is maybe a touch higher than they would have liked, but it's still going to elicit the peel. Both teams content to run up and down the ice here in the early going.
Yeah, I mean, you see this more often than not when teams are just trying to save some time on the clock, but there's no clock here, so we'll just let them get used to the ice here and play away.
Yep, first draw of the event for either team. Playing 3 pools of 6 teams in this event. That one's right there on the nose. And Kleiter will have that for the blank opportunity.
Yeah, and I'd have to say Kleiter would be one of the favorites to, come out of that pool for sure.
And we'll make sure we give you updates on the other games going on at the present time as those scores come in. You can watch all the games right on our Curling Zone feed. We have another feature game also. That game is Steve Laycock versus Klima. And And that stone is gone, and we'll be back after this.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sasktel.com/sponsorships.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
Hi, I'm Jane.
And I'm Rick, and Jane and I are the owners of Sprague Foods Limited here in Belleville, Ontario, in the Bay of Quinte area. We're a food processing facility, and we can a whole range of products, including soups and sauces and rice pudding and beans.
Welcome back to the Speedy Creek Shootout. I'm Dave Schmel, and he's Terry Corbin. And if you just joined us, I'll tell you what you missed. You missed 672 pounds of granite being thrown up and down the ice, and at the end, there was none left. And Rylan Kleiter still has the hammer throwing the Yellowstones.
That was a very graphic description of the end. Thank you.
Doing the math may have been more interesting than the actual curling. Now, blank ends are part of the game for sure. That's why the importance of where these lead stones are put. Anytime they slip in even a skosh, the hitting ability of these teams.
Yeah.
Now, Kleiter is going to draw underneath his own, so game on.
Certainly, there's been a lot of talk about, how to increase scoring, and one of the topics has been limiting blank ends. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, it's something that's going to come eventually. I mean, they tested it out at some of the slams. It doesn't come without unintended consequences, and these best teams, they're going to find a way to use that rule to their advantage, and have the big defense being making the team with hammer take one and flipping it. So you're in forcing the one will be the new blank, or I know
what you mean. Yes,
because just to think that every time we change a rule, these guys are good enough that they figure out a way to flip it to their advantage. It's only a matter of time. They'll start to game it out. They'll get more experience. They'll get, I hate to say it, statistics on it.
No, but that is what drives, change.
And eventually that will bring that change forward. So, I mean, there's many a game that we call where we have some of the most interesting ends going, and then 2-3 triples later, you end up with a blank end. It's not because it was a lack of good shot making. In fact, it was only because of good shot making.
Yeah, and if you
speaking of good shot making, that's pretty good right there. But the double takeout is there, but just going to go for the single one.
Actually, you can probably make. You could pretty come close to making that double end.
Oh, you could probably do the whole shebang for sure. So Matt Hall will quite wait here. On it right away. Trying to hold it out there. This is over curling. Gonna skid her by the other way. Still shot stone for Josh Bryden. So here's Carter Williamson. Aiden Whitmore's throwing the first three, and he's brushing there. Whitmire, rather. Apologies. I went to Catholic school, Terry, but my handwriting is absolutely atrocious.
And you couldn't be a doctor, so you decided on another career. Gotcha.
Fifth grade, I got yelled at for talking too much, so now we can eke out a couple bucks doing it. There's the hit and the roll right in front. Pretty good outcome. That leaves that Kleiter stone threatening.
Now, do we know is Adam on assignment, injured, sick?
On assignment. What, he's covering the election of a possible new pope, or?
Sure. I mean, just asking for a friend.
No, we'll put our crack research team on that and see if we can come up with an answer. Oh, the chat. I'd be more than happy to crowdsource it. There's certainly a Team Bryden fan out there who might be able to give us the skinny, if not the lowdown.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just going to say he's doing something for a very secret spy agency. We can't really talk about it.
But there you go. See, love it.
That one over curls from the guard there. So now, is there room past that to get to it? I don't think so. He's just good enough to get away with it. See those rocks looking at the overhead, almost look like they're dead frozen on the sides. So here's Josh Mattern, the southpaw. He's throwing his out turn at this. Ball picks it up pretty quick. Coming on up, it's going to make contact and just skid her by. Now it leaves an offset there and door open for Mr. Bryden here somewhat.
Bryce can play the double by hitting that top yellow one on the nose, or he could opt to throw a draw coming right around it.
I think that those stones are your friend right now. I wouldn't be touching them.
But I kind of would have thought so too, really put the pressure on Rylan.
I'd have to throw the hot, because right now it's 2 stones to get to the red.
Mm-hmm.
This is just going to most likely give Kleiter the blank.
Yeah, it certainly does, change the thinking of the end now.
Perhaps looking to the even odd thing and trying to give him the blank and force him in 3 instead. That's the ticket. Well, the double's made, no problem.
Yeah.
And rolls off the side. Team Bryden sits 2.
Well, Rylan can, duck that the throwing stone right underneath under the red.
Then the run back will require a little bit of a roll to stick in the rings.
Yeah.
So Rylan Kleiter and his team from Saskatoon. Having a good showing at the Briar. And also last week in Martinsville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mattern and Johnson on the brooms here. Mattern's one sweeping now.
Yeah, Hall holds the broom. That's going to hit and stay right there.
Yeah.
Good opportunity to put the force on.
Yeah, by hitting and staying right there, he certainly put the force into play. I don't know why he would be looking at rolling over underneath. I would think if the goal is to try and force here, you'd hit, stay right there. And if anything, you could even kick it out to the broom side a bit.
So Joshua Bryden, with his final of second. Williamson on the brush. Just going to nose it.
Yeah, I think that's a the best outcome to get a force.
So it'll be a nose hit and stick for Rylan Kleiter to get a single point here in the second.
Yes, and it'll be Team Bryden mission accomplished, I would think.
Final stone of the second end. Off and on, just keeping a nice, heavy, clean brush down on it. A little curl now. This has got no problem. Hang one for yellow. Kleiter strikes first. Bryden has a hammer when we return to the Speedy Creek Shootout here on Curling Stadium.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. at curling's first ever All-Star event. Live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
Hi, I'm Jane.
And I'm Rick, and Jane and I are the owners of Sprague Foods Limited here in Belleville, Ontario, in the Bay of Quinte area. We're a food processing facility, and we can a whole range of products, including soups and sauces and rice pudding and beans.
Welcome back to the Swift Current Curling Club. It's a Speedy Creek shootout presented by Curling Stadium. It was a single point for Rylan Kleiter. First time with hammer now for Joshua Bryden out of Regina, Saskatchewan. And Terry taking a look at that last hand. I think I lost Terry there, so. Yep.
You can't lose me, buddy. You can't lose me.
Try as I may.
That's right. That's right. I won't let it happen.
So we have the Sun and Garden one, top four for Kleiter, and Bryden's sitting one right now. And here's Whitmire. This one has lots of room.
Yeah, Bryden went right around, and Kleiter came in, tried to come in right on top of it, and this is Aiden's second rock of the end. He's thrown three because we're short one on Team Bryden.
Adam Bukarek is in the witness protection program.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Hall's going to try to do this nice little down weight, double, and roll. Should be able to get everything here and roll to a good spot. There you go. Get the one. Oh, just slide past the one.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, that was so close. And they weren't sweeping it like it was.
No, yeah.
Like it was crazy. I think they thought they had it.
I do too. I think they thought they had made that.
They were leaning into it pretty good, but it wasn't. It certainly wasn't a furious brush. So, Ada Whitmire with his third.
Yeah, just trying to get a little chap and roll. This thing's got a curler. They're going to tick their own.
You did not want to do that, buddy.
True.
So, Shotstone now belongs to Rylan Kleiter. And they're just going to hit second stone here. And live 1-2. And we were discussing the break. Huge implications for next year's Grand Slams for the teams in this event. In particular, Team Kleiter, Team McDonald, and Team Moybrook. It's Kleiter right now at number 17 in the standings. McDonald at 20. And they're chasing David Craig from Scotland for that last spot.
We got a roll out here on Team Kleiter.
So opportunity back again. Question is, I'm pretty sure you can dig that out. Plenty of room, really.
I just would have picked the running the guard only because of that shot that we thought he would play that he didn't play. Chose the double over the draw behind in the first half.
Yeah, this will be the run. Yeah, looking to go back to that first end with those offset guards there that were so corner hooked. It was a perfect time to put some real pressure on your opponent there. And they opted for a shot which really let Kleiter back in. And this will not come up far enough for the run. Now they'll look to have this come right through the rings, make sure there's no jam.
And now Kleiter is going to try and, I would think, I think he would prefer to roll into across the center line, which should avoid that back one.
Just want to make sure I'm on the same page here.
Looking at it from this angle, though, it might be a little bit more difficult than it looked from the overhead.
So on the way from Mattern, Paul giving it some licks. Happy with it now. Put it right through the middle. They still sit two. They got one there in the 8 and a biter in the back.
Yeah, the good news for Kleiter is that if it is made, the hit and roll, he's running in his own rock. So.
Last stood for Williamson. This one over curling and
by a lot.
Gonna lose the shooter. Still drawing under, of course. Now, Terry, what's your take on some of the teams that think playing three-handed to an advantage?
Well, I mean, I think the only edge really you have is, a draw weight. When you're throwing three, it's so ingrained in you. So the opportunity to potentially throw 2 and 3 draws, to me, is just a huge advantage. I've never liked playing with 3, but that's primarily because I want to take the sweeping, and I just think it every time I've played with 3, I almost feel like I have to talk to, make a concerted point to go, talk to the one front end player so that, he's feeling, very much a part of things, because when you're out there by yourself, at least when you have a sweeper and you might be the one sweeping, you got somebody, kind of in your ear, you got this, keep going. So you've got some encouragement going along. But when you're playing with 3, you're out there by yourself as a front end player.
So Whitmire looking to hold this one. They're trying to hit it and skitter on. They made that nicely.
Yeah, very well played.
Take another look at that, Terry.
Yeah, I mean, very, very smooth delivery, and they're not throwing a ton of weight here. It looks like it's control plus, and right in the crotch of the 2 rocks. The momentum brings it forward into the house, and now you're sitting tight in the 8-foot.
Yeah, but I mean, absolutely. You need to have somebody standing there with you, if nothing else, to talk about your skip and say, Terry, he's a little past it, but humor the old boy and throw it anyway. It's going to be really fun when you and Jim are coming and play with me.
We may go as a team and not leave as a team. Now just looking at trying to line up this double. They'd like to get a blank out of this for sure.
Yeah, they were unable to build anything when they took their own back there when they were trying to hit and roll. So now trying to get back to the blank. It's going to be a bit of a task. This is certainly not a gimme.
No, but I think this will be humming down there. And I'm wrong.
While Terry sits there in his wrongness, Williamson will brush it down. It's going to be close. It's got to get up there. Came up a little too much.
Yeah, because this is kind of interesting now. If you knows that, I think you got a biter. So
you can't try it again and miss it. You have to take your one.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't really want to take that on unless you're Rachel Holman, but.
No shame in keeping the score tied. Early on in the game.
Sure.
Rylan Kleiter looking for the hit and stick here. Trying to work it over, just a touch. Hit and small roll, no problem. You're on the ring, sitting 1-2. And it will be the draw.
I mean, I think they'll have a quick discussion, but I'm sure that they're going to play the draw.
I'm hoping it's quick.
Yeah.
There we go. Come to the correct decision. So just needing half the 12-foot. Josh Bryden getting some guidance from Carter Williamson as to the weight.
And this would have been a draw path that they would have thrown.
Final stone of the third end. Just need to grab the rings.
Looks good.
Looks pretty good. It's past the guard, no problem. And it's on the rings, no problems. We're tied up at 1 after 3 here at the Speedy Creek Shootout on Curling Stadium. We'll be back after this.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed? More innovation?
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind from pre-seed to post-harvest. You can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
Back here at the Curling Stadium at Speedy Creek Shootout at the Swift Current Curling Club. Glad to have you here. We have a tied-up affair between Joshua Bryden and Rylan Kleiter. It is Kleiter with the hammer here in end number 4. They're throwing the yellow stones. They are not able to get that quite onto the center line, but it does dead bury their guard. But it would have been nice to get a little piece of the center line there, because then it would be the no tick zone. But teams don't get to play the tick shot much anymore.
No, that's true.
Unless you're play the mixed doubles game, then that corner guard and the power play gets ticked all the time.
Yeah. Well, we did see Nicholas this morning, or I guess this afternoon. We saw Nicholas chunk in the corner guard that was thrown up, and so it still happens for sure. But again, that's just people finding ways to take the rules and make them work for them.
And that one is considerably shorter than Team Kleiter would have liked. So advantage to Joshua Bryden right now.
Yeah, and we're just going to take a quick trip around the rink here. Steve Laycock and Lucas Klima from Czechia, they're tied 1-1. We've got McDonald and Wendling from the United States tied at 2-2. And Sam Moybrook took 3 in the first. Dustin Kaltoff got 1 in the second. So it's Moybrook up 3-1.
Thanks very much. And going more into the implications of this bonspiel here, it has big Olympic trials implications. Essentially, if Rylan Kleiter makes the semis, he's in. If McDonald wins the event and Kleiter does not make the semifinals, then it'll be Team McDonald that gets that last spot. So definitely high stakes curling this weekend at the Speedy Creek Shootout.
Yeah, they're playing for a lot of prestige and competition here.
And 25,000 marbles too.
That's right.
Scatters the guards up front. They do leave one, so
yeah.
Bryden electing to throw a tight one here, probably just biting the rings.
I would think so. I think he'd want to get right under. I thought maybe he might have looked at coming down and trying to get it over the center line. Now, it's not where he tapped, but I mean, I'm sure that would be an okay result. If it were me, I want to make sure I choke off that coming around that corner guard as much as possible.
This one is on the outside. Whitmire hops right over to the curl side, just waiting for it to bite a little bit. Now he's going to go and try to drag it over. Can they get far enough? Bryden, skipper's going to try to help him dig in a little bit more. It just did not have the legs.
Yeah, because I think that's open on the right-hand side. 2 shots, really. The quiet weight on Shotstone and the double peel.
I like the quiet way dig if it's me.
Me too. Me too.
The draw path from the intern side is still there.
They're lining up the double peel.
Also, very good option. So Matt Hall's going to try to make it rain here. Or at least drizzle. Gonna get the one, get the two, move them over, slide it over. Everything's wide open like the prairie.
Wow.
Beautifully controlled and managed there.
Mm-hmm.
Moves their own into a good place so they have runnable stones later. Would have been really easy to try to throw like a 6-second rock at that.
Oh, exactly.
But throwing that little bit of a lighter weight, knowing how the stones are playing, really gave them some options.
I don't know whether they're going to try and play it over the top or.
Here's Mattern with his first. Johnson holding it. Gonna get it over the top, and away it goes.
Really good, and now you got two corner guards, so certainly Josh has got to be careful here.
Absolutely. We see as it comes out here. Nice, clean, easy release. Johnson monitoring it the whole way down. Bang, bang. Good night. Only concern I have is that both those guards are kind of on the draw to the button path.
Yeah.
If Bryden could ever find a way to choke it up.
This thing's humming.
It's going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah, but not good night.
And right on down behind the guard to the backing. Doesn't have to be down to the backing. Top four probably is better. That's down to the back is okay too. It's certainly not the worst. Or you can run it back, which they might do. Settling in on the draw. It's getting awfully close to the guard. They do manage to get it by. Is it going to over-curl it? Taps it back. Shot stone. Team Kleiter is behind the tee line, though, so opportunity to freeze for Bryden.
Yeah, but, real good shot. They got it totally buried. now certainly Josh is going to have really good weight here and try and lock it on. I was surprised that I thought watching it come down the ice that it would curl a little bit more than it actually did, because he didn't get by that by a whole lot.
Yeah, it definitely seemed to flatten out once it got to the bus. Good shot there at the overhead. It did have to travel about 12 feet after that guard.
Yeah.
So Joshua Bryden is first to 2 here in the fourth.
These shots are how you kind of save an end. This thing looks like it's going so hard, and it just flattens right out.
So see there, you're past the guard by about 4 inches there.
Good shot,
And not even up to the face, but an excellent shot by Joshua Bryden there. Probably just a skosh heavier than they would have liked. So Terry, I don't know if you were listening last week when our good friend Sean called me on skosh and looked it up in the dictionary, and it is actually a thing.
Yes. Yes. I can't believe there was any doubt.
Oh.
Oh, gee.
Sean lives to doubt me.
Ah, okay.
Kleiter with his first of 2. He just loves to sound like Russ Howard and give me a, oh no, Dave. I go, okay.
Yeah.
Good shot there by Kleiter. They sit 1. I imagine you can get by that and pick it out and sit 2. Have to be careful, but certainly there.
I think he'd be quite content to get down to the face of that and sit shot rock.
That'd be a great outcome, because a blast on it would go right on to the next red, and probably even lose the yellow behind it. And later, if he wasn't careful, depending on where the rock placement is, it could get ugly.
Yeah. Bless you.
Thanks, I didn't get to the mute fast enough.
Just trying to decide if they can actually move that red, or move the Yellowstone just thrown by Ryland past the red. I mean,
I think they can do it. It's a great shot if you make it.
Yeah, it's
really bad if you don't.
Yeah, I know, because you don't want to leave this on the high side. Almost a rinse and repeat, but not quite.
So here's Bryden. He needs to be tight to the guard.
And he
really
is.
tight. Really tight. Now slide on by.
What a
Get
shot
on over
this
there.
is.
Push it back.
Oh.
You didn't push it far enough. You didn't have enough heat. And still Kleiter sitting 1 and no other draw pursuits.
Wow, I mean, that was a gallant effort. It just lost its steam there, but definitely could have got that by the red one had he had enough weight. That really curled from the house in.
So Kleiter, with one in his pocket, needs to draw the 4 with backing to tack on a second. Final stone of end number 4.
Yeah, I know he just played this, but you know, you would have thought maybe he might have taken even just a little bit more ice, not to even come anywhere near that stuff. But he's always had really good draw weight.
Best and no problem. Is it too heavy?
Yeah.
Is he going to push his own too far back?
No.
No, why would he do that? It's perfectly fine. Scored 2 for Rylan Kleiter. He leads 3-1 after 4. We'll be back from Swift Current right after this.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
Sasktel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? Sasktel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
And welcome back to the Swift Current Curling Club. It's the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. Glad to have you with us here today. I'm Dave Schmel, and I'm joined by the Commodore of Curling, Terry Corbin.
That was a really good deuce there that Rylan picked up. I mean, last rock by Josh Bryden just came up a little light, topped the rock, but obviously not far enough. And so now it's Josh's turn to turn that hammer efficiency into a very positive number.
Would be a good time to do it, although you could make the argument he would try to blank this end and take the hammer into the evens, but I would be of the mind that I'm going to take it 2 anytime I can score it.
Anytime, because you don't score many of them, so I understand that philosophy. Go big or go home.
So Matt Hall throwing the come around here. I see taking about 2.5 feet of ice now. In our first game, we were taking 4 feet of ice for draw weight. So, and I do believe we're on this. Are we on the same sheet? I think we are. So possibly one side tightened up a little bit, or just got maybe a little bit warmer out there, a little keener, as it just keened its way to the back 12. Totally not a word.
Maybe it was a no, I'm not even going there.
It was a gallant attempt at...
That's what I was gonna say. As they say, let the sleeping dogs lie.
You guys never let him lie, so... Here's Aiden Whitmire. I have how many draws with you this weekend? My goodness.
I know, eh? Life has never been so exciting.
And that's going to come on down to the back four. It'll be interesting to see if Kleiter elects to freeze, which...
Yeah.
Or gives the international tap symbol.
I think he's just telling them how much room, how much space between the two rocks.
Oh, okay.
That would be my guess. This all started when Aiden Whitmire kind of hit and rolled out. Sweepers aren't doing much.
No, it doesn't take much at this level to change the balance of an end.
Yeah.
So this one is going to change the balance of the end for sure.
Yeah, a little surprised Matt was heavy with the first one, and I think he had even more weight than he did on the second one, which tells me that maybe the freeze wasn't the call. Maybe he was telling Matt, I'd like you to move it right back to their stone.
Now looking to draw right on in there. Make it well. We're going to have some granite flying with the next track. On the way from Williamson. Whitmire once again just watching it. And both teams burning up this side of the sheet. And you see this so often.
Like, that's just, wow.
Both teams have played essentially the same line for consecutive shots now.
Yeah, this is, here, I'll open the door. No, I'm going to slam it back in your face. I'm not interested in walking through.
So, another attempt here for Madden. This is a phenomenon that's studied actually at the University of Saskatchewan, and a study which the former Brier participant Eugene Ritzik has been working with.
Yes.
They threw the same stone along the same line with a rock throwing machine about 30 consecutive times. It started as a 2-guard, and by the time they were done, it got to the back 12-foot.
Really?
Going down the same line.
Wow.
It changed that much, and to further to the point, the professor that was doing it had to use the washroom. And being a scientist, he wrote down the time, and it was, I forget the exact amount, but approximately 4 or 5 minutes. And in that time, the ice tightened up by about 8 feet. They changed nothing.
Interesting, eh?
So that tells you, anybody who plays front end out there, the importance of keeping the mental track of where all those lines go.
You know, and so now I get to kind of capitalize on my gallant effort. Brent Gallant is absolutely a master of that.
I mean, I know especially if I'm playing with less experienced curlers and I'm skipping, I'll try to yell down the ice if I notice it's particularly different. But that's really that and those minor communications that really take you from being a club team to a play down team to a tier 2 team to a top level team.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if you watched or remember when Gushu won the Brier in I think it was in Newfoundland that year, and Gallant said to him, you know, it's four more feet here, and they swept it almost out of his hand and made the shot.
Well, this one's got to go.
Yeah, this is short.
And girls to a point where they don't have anything to run anymore. So, opportunity knocking for Joshua Bryden. Will he answer the door?
Yeah, exactly.
Just a metric skosh over 2 feet of ice.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that we're, given the curling we've seen over the last month, that we're taking this little ice.
Don't know if
got to really go.
Yeah, absolutely has to go. And Williamson gets up to help Whitmire here. Can they drag it?
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna.
They're gonna drag it in. I don't know if they're gonna get it home though.
No. But I think that's really good. It's good. I think it might even force Rylan to even look at the other side.
He's going to have to try the end here now, yeah. Because there's just not enough hook now.
Yeah.
It usually stands to reason if one side's running straight, the other one's curling a bit more, and there you see they're just almost at the edge of the 8 to get to approximately the same spot. That's by no means a knock on the ice makers, and I would please don't interpret it as that. I make ice in my club. It's just every sheet of ice is different in every game, and that's part of the playing. And you affect the sheet as you play it.
Yeah, for sure.
We've had great speed in the ice thus far. Very predictable. Here's the first of 2 for Rylan Kleiter. He's going to have to come around the intern here. Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, and you can see like they've taken more ice than what they've been throwing on that outturn pass.
Yeah, about a foot and a half more on this side. And is that even enough?
At 15.9, so I don't think so.
That's not going to, yeah. The line may have been good with the right weight.
Yeah, I think the line was good. There was not a problem. But, after you watch all those rocks, as you mentioned, I think you said 8, come down that same path, and you've got times in your head now. I mean, this is a good competitive squad. So, they would have been talking about that stuff. But they may not have known how much slower that side was.
Well, it's the colder path that hadn't been thrown on pretty much since the second stone of the end, really.
Oh,
it is a very humid day in Swift Current, 88% relative humidity. Will certainly play a part.
Josh has a really good opportunity to kind of tighten the vise here.
Oh, if he can get a second one on here, I don't see how Kleiter can ever get it out.
Well, I mean, I'm talking getting this thing right to the button.
Oh, that's from, absolutely. I think the swing is there.
Oh, I do too.
Can Williamson manage it there? Whitmire on the call. It's past the guard all day. This does have to move over.
But it's close, I think, is it? No.
But it's shame too. Another one that likely had the line to be there.
Yeah.
It just didn't get there.
I mean, you can't run anything in really because you don't want to lose that yellow rock because it is second shot.
Now, to me, I think you have to go back to the outturn side and play one and try to make that draw the best he can. Because if not,
100%, yeah.
If not, Bryden's just going to walk up and try to pick it out and score a bundle. Even if he loses one of them along the way, he might be able to get 3 out of it.
I don't know. It's going to be pretty hard because.
No, that's true.
That yellow is fourth shot.
Yeah, I was thinking it might have put enough of the back, one of the back four, enough to skid her over, but likely not. So they are electing to open things up, Terry, here.
No, they're just playing. They're playing the guard, high guard on the right side of the sheet. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's better.
Yeah, just trying to prevent that tap into the button. Pretty good.
Not bad at all, just has to stop. And it does. So, you take a shot here, I think.
Yeah, you might be able to. I mean, I think the side of the button is still there.
I mean, you look at the long shot, you can see about half the yellow sticking out. It's not going to look great from the hack, but if you can skinny that top red, you might be able to move it enough to score 3. Doesn't have to go really far, Terry.
No, you're right. And the finish that we've seen from the top of the house in is definitely, you would think, is there.
I think you have to give it a run. And even if you come close, you're likely to get 2. Very difficult to give up a steal. Yeah. I would find a way.
Well, I mean, you set it and get 2, and if you can get it here, it would be a really good shot to get that for 2. I thought maybe if you could see a whole bunch of it, you might see if you couldn't see the angles and see if you couldn't wick off the red. You'd lose the back red, but could you come down and then as you wick off, hit the back one that's fourth shot, score a bunch. But
final stone, the 5th end for Joshua Bryden. He sits 1, trying to get another one on in there.
This is gonna go.
Williamson trying to drag it. Bryden now trying to help himself out.
And
he leaves it just a little bit short. It's going to be a single point for Joshua Bryden. He trails by 1. Kleiter has the hammer in 6 when we come back on Curling Stadium.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
Hi, I'm Jane.
And I'm Rick, and Jane and I are the owners of Sprague Foods Limited here in Belleville, Ontario, in the Bay of Quinte area. We're a food processing facility, and we can a whole range of products, including soups and sauces and rice pudding and beans.
Welcome back to the Swift Current Curling Club here. It's the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. I'm a tongue-twisted Dave Schmel, and he is the Sultan of Stones, Terry Corbin. It's Rylan Kleiter winning by 1 with the hammer here in end number 6. And Bryden really missed an opportunity there, Terry.
Yeah, I thought that, he had that end set up after they got the one miss and from Matt, and it was looking real good there for 2 and possibly more. And then when they went to the other side of the sheet there, and nobody could find draw 8.
Just looked up on the dictionary there, and neither of our pictures are there, Terry.
Well, I can't believe that.
It's kind of uncharacteristic for Kleiter because he usually does have that in his pocket.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, I think that he's just made so many clutch draws, and it started to become just automatic. But both teams struggled on the really quick side, going deep there. Matt's one draw went back 12, and then we saw a couple more, go down that path that were a little heavy, and we go to the other side, and it's a totally different weight. What a good shot that is.
That's a beautiful dig there. And in just a moment, Terry's going to try and dig up some scores for us.
He is he?
He might.
Oh, okay. That's always possible. I'll do it after watching this shot here.
Absolutely, trying to return the favor here. Should be able to push it and get under cover.
Mm-hmm.
Nifty little shot here for Matt Hall. Although this is going to be running the center back and trying to get it. Oh,
wow!
How good is that?
And that's the difference between this level of curling and, teams that, I shouldn't say guys, but just teams that are thinking about being at this level. This is absolutely amazing.
Perfect angle. Spill them all.
So getting people caught up. Klima is leading Steve Laycock's team minus Stephen Laycock 7-2 after stealing 4. We've got Wesley Rendling from Minneapolis, Minnesota, up 6-2 on Jordan McDonald. A little bit of a shocker, I would think. And we've got Sam Moybrook up 5-2 on Dustin Kaltoff. You're up to date.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, Team Wendling is going to be representing the United States in Junior Worlds coming up in Cortina in early April.
Yes. You must be very proud of your boys.
I am proud of my boys, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there to watch them.
Are you really?
I am. Also going to join our curling stadium Europe team in handling some of the production of that.
Wow, very nice. I was going to say, and for good measure, we'll just hit that and roll under and go into the house, but...
It did stick there. It's fine, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Still leaves Bryden virtually nothing to work with here. Now, how much do you think that Kleiter is going to force the issue for a deuce here?
Well, I mean, I think he wants to make sure he scores, obviously, because it's an even end and it is the sixth. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him, after this shot here, make up his mind. I'm in, or I'm going to still continue to be very, very cautious.
Carter Williamson with his second. Whitmire picks this one up pretty quick because it is not heavy. It is going to just squeak past the guard and just get on the ring, so really not that bad. Will force the run back attempt now.
Yeah, and if he can, kind of nose stick it, then, he's, going to force Team Bryden to, make a decision. And it would be interesting to see if Team Bryden would even think about going around everything.
This one picked up immediately.
Got to be close.
Yep, yeah, and now we're curling it over. Bang, bang, and you stick it as a biter.
Yeah.
Great shot right there. See that again, Terry?
Yeah, that's well managed. It's not a bomb down the ice. It's nice, just normal weight, maybe a little less than normal. Sweepers get to play a part of it, and he just nails it. And now I think, Kleiter's or Team Bryden's going to take a run at this, try and make the double. A little surprised. I thought he might try and go around everything.
It would be one way to take it, so got to make this one.
Yeah, and he does.
And did. But now you have a double wing there.
Yep.
And interesting choice coming here.
So now you know. Now you know what Rylan's thinking. If he plays that, he's really playing it very defensively.
He's going to come on in.
And I think so he should.
But nothing on the other side of the sheet. He's always going to have a look for a single.
Yeah, and I think that's the way you kind of approach this. We're obviously trying to grab a deuce here with the hammer, but as long as the end's not looking junky or anything like that, where you have to really worry about leaving yourself a path for one. So I love this call. I think that you can really force Team Bryden here. Oh,
that one does wick on the guard.
Wow.
They will be able to skitter it onto the rings though, but opportunity for hit and roll here for Josh Bryden. If they elect to take it on. You could choose to ignore it, but that would be extremely aggressive.
Yeah, I think the question is just where do you want to roll? Like, are you satisfied with, nosing it and leaving a short hit and roll for Kleiter, or do you want to take a chance and roll a little bit to the stone side of center ice, and Kleiter might decide, hey, I'm going in behind the corner guard. So this is kind of an interesting decision for Josh and his team, what they want to do with this.
First and 2 for the young skip from Regina. Williamson trying to hold on to it. It's going to hit roll open. So decision time now for Rylan Kleiter.
I think he goes behind it, but again, this will tell you what he's thinking in terms of how aggressive he wants to be.
I think he's drawing.
Matt likes the hit and roll.
That's adding a level of complexity, which I don't know if you need right now.
Well, like I say, I think it's just a matter of, kind of how aggressive do you want to be to try and get your 2. I mean, I think Matt has a big say in this.
And the front end quietly watches.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a good observation. I mean, they didn't really even, that we know of anyway, express an interest for one shot over the other.
I will say, if I'm skipping and I ask what somebody prefers, I would at least, my least favorite thing is whatever you like.
Isn't that though what the front end is supposed to say?
Well, if I would have asked you if I knew what I liked, I would put the broom down.
I know. I get all the time, whatever you're feeling. Okay, if we're going to talk about my feelings, I'm leaving here.
We don't have long enough.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead and stay open. So you would think that Matter would probably go for the long roll here. Sorry, Bryden.
Would he though? Like, I mean, if he knows that you're on the rings, and then you're basically it's
you hand him the blank. Yeah, you hand him the blank, then you force him.
Well, it's 2-on-1, stones, and you just go like, do I ever? Oh yeah, I guess yeah. I was gonna say, do you ever just go around that? But I guess you don't.
This one hits and spikes right there, so. We are on our way to a blank attempt here. The team from Saskatoon. Which was founded in 1882 by the Toronto-based Temperance Colonization Society. And they got 21 sections of land and they built to make a dry city. How's it now?
Yeah.
Final start of the 6th end. Blank is made. And Kleiter will hold that hammer when we come back from Speedy Creek after this.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world number 1 Team Homan takes on world number 1 Team Moen in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
And we're back here at the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout at the Swift Current Curling Club. The first stone from Team Kleiter caught a pick and went out of play. So we have a center guard and a stone in the rings for Team Bryden. Johnson with his second. Blank in the 7. Kleiter still has the hammer here. Last stone advantage, throwing these yellow stones.
They're trying to play the pick here, or the come around. What was it? Oh, I guess they're playing the come around.
Yeah, playing the come around and try to dig in, just clear it, and they dug it out and cleared it.
Good job.
Yeah, so the mission for Joshua Bryden in here is, I imagine you're going to try to set up a force or maybe even play a hard steal. What do you do here, Terry?
I'm playing hard steel here. Trying to leave the door open a crack for a force.
And here we go. They're looking to draw under.
No ice, eh?
On the outturned side, and that's just gonna. Well, this is the same direction that was straight in the fifth end. But the team's adjusting to it, as you would expect a team at a high level to be able to do.
Yeah.
Line's perfect. Just had to get there for the weight. It's actually a pretty good outcome.
Yeah. We've played 5 rocks, so certainly Ryland is jumping up there to get rid of that center guard. Really trying to make that curl. Good shot. Now we'll just see how long Team Bryden's willing to throw guards.
And here's Carter Williamson, Terry. That feed decides to take a nap for it.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. He starts kind of, not right in a squat position. He's a little elevated.
It's kind of what, I don't know, we call it here like the two-step delivery instead of the four-step delivery. Rather than forward, back, forward, just kind of forward.
Yeah, exactly. Now her name escapes me. Oh my gosh, she's from Edmonton. Cheryl Bernard. She's got her front foot in front of the hack, and she just like kind of does a little rocking out. Good shot.
Oh, look at that from Matt Hall. He julienned that just like a carrot. Take a look at this again. Perfect placement. Great sweeping. Little assist by his fellow front ender. Tell him to stay down, get some more pressure.
That's right.
If that was the Philadelphia Eagles, we'd call that the tush push.
Well, speaking of Philadelphia, I see your Philadelphia Flyers were very kind to Mr. Ovechkin in allowing him to score a goal tonight.
The Philadelphia Flyers are kind to pretty much everybody they play.
Oh, John would not be happy to hear that.
Who, Johnny Leclerc or?
No. Tortorella.
Torts? Well, Torts. Yeah, Torts is his own character for sure.
Yeah. That was funny because I was listening to, I might have been the NHL network, and they were saying, oh, the Ovechkin's in, they're playing the Philadelphia Flyers. He should score 2 tonight. Whoa.
You know what? I'd say the same thing. In fact, if I could, had I known that, I would have tried to get a wager down.
Oh, really? Okay.
So try and dig this one out.
Not laying much of a brush to it. I got it. It's just now, will it hang on?
And it will, but it will be for third shot.
That's right.
No reason to attempt the 10-foot cross-house double here. All you got to do is hit and roll into the center.
But don't you just play the same shot you played? I understand. He just made this shot around. Unless you just think there's no way you can hide it, which probably is the case. Or when I say you can't hide it, you can't hide it and not get to it.
Oh, pivotal moment here. So
yeah, it really is.
Williamson's going to skate down and make sure that they're on the same page, looking at all the options here. So Terry, why don't you break them down?
Well, I mean, I think your options are go around, which he just threw it. So you got to say, you know what? Chances are pretty good he's going to make it. The risk involved here is if Team Kleiter can get to it, no matter where you put it, I mean, then you're almost saying, I'm giving you 2. With the fact that Red Rock stayed in the back, I mean, I'd be going around. And I wouldn't bail yet. If you're going to bail, I guess I'd bail on Josh's first one. And I mean by bail, I mean just I might try and hit the shot rock and roll out to the wing a little bit. Might preserve your blank there that way. The other shot is just play, a quiet hit on the shot rock now, which means you're probably, playing 8 with blank here in 7.
So here's Williamson. They're going to get around the guard. We know how straight it is there. Now it just doesn't have the legs. It's got to go. Drag it there, gentlemen. All the way. Come on. And it is just short. Its second shot. Probably in a pretty good spot, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say I'd intentionally leave it, just biting the 8-foot, but I mean, if you're just biting the 8-foot, you might drag Kleiter into, going around it, which, then it just takes one freeze to cut the end right off. But they've elected to play the run back, which, I mean, that tells you how good that shot is too. They don't feel that they can play it with any kind of soft weight and knock it out of there and stay. So they're playing the run back, which is a good choice.
On the run back attempt is Joshua Mattern.
Looks like it's curling.
Trying to hold it. It's going to over curl and go all the way over the top. The Boyds are one in the back.
Now, yeah.
Decision time. Do you lie 3? I think that you do that, hit and lie 3.
Yeah, I mean, you leave a double back potentially, but yeah, I think given how high that red one is, I mean, it might jam on that yellow biter. So I would definitely be trying to hit this on the nose, just a little high if we can, and if you nose it, you hope that you don't jam it. If you nose it, it should hit and roll out.
Absolutely. So Joshua Bryden needs to apply the pressure here to at least secure the force.
Yeah, I think this is a really big shot for this team right here, right now.
His first of 2 in the 7th. Pretty clean in the release. Haven't touched it an ounce, though, because it's way on the outside.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And it's going to roll out. They still lie 2, however.
Yeah, that's true. Threw a lot more weight than,
was required.
I would have thought, yeah. Noticed that earlier on the game. He has I don't call it a funny delivery because it's not funny, but a unique delivery especially on that intern. It's like he pulls the rock, a little bit from his side to get it out in front.
Used to call that suitcasing it.
Oh, okay.
Like you're carrying a suitcase on your side.
Yeah, I never heard that before. That's why I think we get along. You teach me so much.
Yeah, we just say things funny here.
So I'm assuming he didn't decide to take on this double.
No, just looking to hit and stick.
Yeah.
They did roll in front of it, so it's...
Mm-hmm. Got to be careful now.
Got to be careful. You got to take this one over the top and roll. I don't know if I'd roll that way, because you leave it a little bit open, you're going to leave a double.
I think he almost has to roll that way, Dave. If you roll anywhere towards the center, you're taking your red with you.
I think there's plenty of room, but I'll agree to disagree with you there.
That's okay. You're entitled to be wrong.
Lacking an immediate comeback at you, Terry. I'm just going to call the shot. Final stop for Joshua Bryden here in the 7th end. trying to hold it on. Looks pretty good.
Yep, great shot. I mean,
did roll a little bit to the center.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly the double is there. I think you're going to have to play it with control.
Well, we saw they know how to line them up. We saw them throw an even longer one with one of Matt Hallstone's earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And really pretty low risk. As long as you don't miss it tremendously poorly, you're gonna score.
Yeah, it looks like a.
And even if you just make contact and give him a steal one, you have the hammer coming home tied.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what makes this worthwhile taking on. I think he has to hit a real thick 3/4.
Final stone, the 7th end. Rylan Kleiter looking to make this double through the house.
Really
hold the shooter.
But
this is not going to come up high enough. So it's going to be a single point for Rylan Kleiter. He leads by 2. Bryden will have the hammer in 8 when we come back to Swift Current right after this.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. TheRockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Stronger agronomics. Better returns. Greater peace of mind. From pre-seed to post-harvest, you can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
I have an idea. It's 8th end action from the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout from the Swift Current Curling Club. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by TC, Terry Corbin. It's a 4-2 advantage for Rylan Kleiter, and Terry, Josh Bryden needs to get his 2 here.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got to be pretty happy at the end of the day with the force of 1. Certainly he had a chance. He took a little bit of a gamble there midway through the end, but as it turned out, Ryan really had a chance at a double to score 2, but it didn't come with any real risk, because if he had given up 1, he still was tied coming home with the hammer. So this has been a really good game. I think both teams have played really well and some nice shot making, and we'll see if Team Bryden can get a deuce here and force this to an extra.
We want to thank all of you for watching, and if you haven't gotten a chance yet, smash that like button. It really helps us out with the YouTubes and the algorithms and all that other stuff which none of us understand. But I do understand that that one is a little bit too heavy. It's going to slide all the way through the rings.
Yeah, that's a really, really bad miss, unfortunately. You know, anything in play would have been better than in the hack.
Kleiter came really close to calling a shot he wasn't allowed to there.
Yeah, he was, once that went through, I mean, he could actually play it. Or, I mean, like he would, I can see how he would just jump up there to play that, because you just gotta go, oh yeah, perfect, it's through. Now we can clean up the mess here.
Of course, we're talking about the 5 rack free guard zone. Variations of which have been going on since the Moncton rule.
Yeah.
So, what's the play here? Just kind of wick things around a little bit? On the way from Matt Hall.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying.
Gonna tick. Stay in the rings. It does leave a corner guard for Joshua Bryden.
But that's where we can see that, you know, the importance of getting that rock on the center line.
Oh, absolutely. But now he's going to elect to use his newfound corner guard. And here is Aiden Whitmire with his final stone of regulation. He's hoping to get a chance to win it or throw some more later. This one needs to go, though. Needs to find legs, and it's going to find the red guard first.
Yeah, that's, again, not being able to capitalize on an opportunity. I mean, certainly Rylan could have come up and run the corner guard out, and but yeah, you really want to make them play more difficult shots than. But again, I would have to think that's an opportunity too.
Absolutely. So they're going to get a second crack at the apple here.
Yeah.
When you're playing a high-level team, you don't get too many full misses. It's the half shots that you have to capitalize on.
Yeah. They may be just talking here, weight, and if it's tightened up, if it's the same speed, that type of thing.
Especially here, because you're starting the stone through the slide path.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to get into the good stuff for a minute through the middle of the sheet. It's not too many rocks actually traverse the dead center, but with it playing as straight as it has, the center's been played probably a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, and I think, you know, that's always a good observation. We really have played down the middle there extensively for. Oh.
And that's an excellent adjustment.
Yeah.
It curled just a bit, traveled maybe 8 inches more, it would have been dead on perfect. So now it'll be Josh Mattern taking his shot. Looks like he may have rolled this one over, or did he? Oh, yeah. That rattled all kinds of things around. It wrecks the top one, skitters into the 8-foot now. Interesting. So it's Team Kleiter line 1. Bryden is second shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to bring another one into the rings.
Might be tempted to go around here.
Yep. And mentioning that's not even too bad to be a little bit back in the rings. Certainly don't want to be light.
I think ideal, I mean, you would just hook around the short one and just get under the second one.
Well, this one is light all day. The boys are pounding it.
Yeah, no, it's very light.
They asked for a pound, they got 8 ounces.
Well, can you ever rip the yellow into it?
Yeah.
Or the red into one?
So, another opportunity missed there. And now for Kleiter, you have to look at it a few different ways. I mean, the obvious shot is to kill a red at any time you have a lead, but all the detritus up front is only going to give Josh Bryden stuff to hide with.
I think you do get rid of the red and try and roll under. I mean, they've looked at kind of, running the red guard in and doubling it off, but I think this is the safest shot. I mean, part of what would go through my thinking is, they've just had an opportunity. They didn't capitalize. Let's not give them any kind of thing, any momentum to thrive on here.
Second on the way for Mattern. Paul holds it out.
You can see how low his hand is on the broom.
Doing a good job transferring his weight in the broom, and that's so much of it is weight transfer.
Yeah, and you can see, like, again, I don't know how many teams that aren't at this level would play this kind of weight.
And there's a good look at the sweeping technique.
Yeah.
You see the hand is all the way down below that second logo on the broom. Really just by physics putting all the weight onto it.
Mm-hmm. And and they managed it well too. So like I say, not a lot of teams outside of this level would play that shot with that kind of weight. So I mean, I think that's a good learning point for some of these younger teams that are coming up, and they really do. I mean, I used to always do a drill with the kids when I was doing a lot of coaching. Is let me see your normal hit weight, and you could time it, and it would be like 9 seconds, and then you'd put a rock in the house and say, okay, now let's try and nose that, and now you're down to 8 seconds. Just the visual or the optic of removing a rock, you just tend to throw it a little harder. I think they got to go on this too.
Another one light.
Yeah, look again. It looks a lot light to me.
And that is inopportune, to say the least.
Yeah. Carter's not going to be happy with himself with those 2 throws. And his body language says so as well. Unfortunately, I think he's dug himself a hole that he's really not going to be able to get out of.
Yeah, if you're Kleiter here, you need to eliminate those two reds there that are providing at least a little bit of cover, because only chance for Bryden right now is to just dead stick 2 draws. So you could just throw one there in the 8-foot and you'll never get away to the button. I think that wins the game if you did make that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think he wins the game without throwing 2 rocks.
Instead, they're going to shove back the whole pile.
I think they're guarding the reds.
Okay.
I think. Like I say, I think if he just walks those 2 rocks down and puts them in the hack, I'm having trouble seeing Josh being able to, get to the button twice.
Especially since they've had problems finding the rings of late.
Exactly.
And this one is just valeted over the hog line.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really tough now.
Yeah, because even if you get that in, how are you getting the second one there?
So, yeah, the play is to kind of, if you hit what you see, you can get it going in the right direction.
Yeah.
And maybe give yourself something.
Well, then Matt just throws, something up where he just threw it. And I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know how you.
Well, that would be one way to win, because if Matt throws it, they will thrown out of order.
Yeah, true.
So if you can con him into that, there's a path to success.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be the call. They're going to try to whisker it, hit every little ounce of that stone they can see, throw it back into the scoring area, and hope for the best.
Yeah, I honestly see the best outcome as hitting the top one, the top yellow. And then it's got to move a rock a long way out.
Of course, 2 for Joshua Bryden.
This isn't close.
That is not going to do it. It is on the guard.
Yeah, Matt Rylan will just throw this one away because there is nothing there.
So right now, maybe Williamson's putting his beverage order in.
Yeah, pretty sure, because there's nothing there, so they're just going to throw this through the rings. Well, I guess they're not.
And with that, we have handshakes.
Yes.
And it's a victory for Rylan Kleiter. The final score will be 4-2. And they'll take the victory in this first game in their pool at the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. Terry, what are your takeaways?
Well, I think the Rylan Kleiter and his team have got to be a favorite to win that pool. They came out and they did what they needed to do. The young guns there, they gave it a valiant try, and they just, when it really mattered, I mean, they were just, which was the 8th end, they just couldn't get anything going and in place to make it an end that there was a possibility for 2. That whole end got away from them real quick. But you know what? Again, pretty much the same as our first broadcast. There's a lot to take away from this if you're Josh Bryden, and again with Ryland, they did what they needed to do and got the W, and they'll be on tomorrow for 2 games, I believe. And like I say, I think they're the favorite to kind of win that pool.
And tomorrow morning, starting at 9 o'clock Mountain, 11 o'clock Eastern, we have 2 feature games coming up. You'll hear TC joined by Jim Nix calling King versus Adine. And I'll be on with Jason Chang with Yanagasawa versus Libas. Until then, for Connor Sims, Terry Corbin, and Cailey, I'm Dave Schmel. Thanks for watching Curling Stadium. Good night.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed? More innovation?
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like 1 more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly.